beautiful ones, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle and I love talking about fashion, and I especially love talking about handbags. Today I will be taking on yet another handbag tag. This one is called Bags Don't Lie, Secrets Revealed, and this is a handbag tag that was created by Bits and Bags and also Nothing But Bags. I will link their channels below, so if you don't already watch them and subscribe to them, please do, especially if you love handbags, because they are great. So I've got a ton of bags here which I will show you. I think most of the others have only shown you one handbag per secret, but I've got a few examples, so I'm jumping ahead of myself. So I will let you know what this tag's about. So this is bags which reveal something which you guys may or may not know about our personalities. Now, I'm quite a new channel, so I'm kind of guessing you may not know most of this stuff anyway, but I will jump in and start showing you some of my bags and explaining to you why I love them so much. The first thing I'm going to talk about is practical. Now, a few others have said practical as one of their secrets. Now, I definitely wouldn't describe myself as practical. Probably quite the opposite, to be fair, as you will see when I go through some of my bags, just how impractical they are. But where I am quite practical is that I think it is really good to test run a bag before you buy it, especially if it costs quite a bit of money and it is an unusual shape. So what I did was I bought, when was this? This was probably almost 5 years ago, and the Mini Jodie hadn't long been out. At the time it was quite an unusual shape of bag. There's loads of bags that shape now at all, and it's difficult to remember a time when bags weren't that shape, but when it came out it was quite different. So I decided to buy myself it's a dupe. It's definitely not branded in any way, and the more I look at it, the more I think it is a really bad dupe. But this literally came out not long after the Mini Jodie came out, so I thought, you know what, I think this cost me like a tenner. It wasn't much. I thought I would test run it, see if I would use it. I didn't have any bags like this. Sort of top handle bags were a bit of a unusual thing really for me, to be fair, at the time, so I thought I would give it a test run, see how I got on with it, and I used this absolutely loads. Wouldn't use it now because I have a real one, which I then went on to buy, knowing that I get on really well with this shape. And I have since gone on to buy quite a few more top handle bags and I really like them. But the one thing I do worry slightly about top handle bags, especially ones that cost a bit of money, is how easy they are for people just to grab them out of your hand. At least with the Mini Jodie, you can wear it a bit more sort of quick of the arm ish. Whereas some of the other ones, especially, I can't imagine myself having a Birkin, because holding it top handle, I imagine it would be so easy for somebody just to swipe it out of your hand and run off. I do want a Mini Kelly, but if I had a Mini Kelly, I would definitely wear it with the strap, either crossbody, under my coat, or as a shoulder strap. I would not want to take that out top handle, but sorry, going off for one. So practical. I do have big bags, don't get me wrong. I definitely have big bags, especially when I go on days out with my son, because I like to take everything with me just in case, and we always pack a ton of snacks. So I guess I am practical a little bit, but not really. But on this occasion, I was definitely practical. This next one, I feel weird saying these are secrets, because they're kind of not really. I've probably mentioned some of this before, or if you just look at my bags you might just get a bit of a gist of this is what my personality is like anyway. But I'm very sentimental and very, very nostalgic. I love things that remind me of my childhood or fun times. So my favourite bag, and I haven't got it out today because it's sort of tucked away, my favourite bag is my Moschino Happy Meal bag. I will show a picture of it. The reason why this is my favourite bag is because it reminds me of times with my son when he was little, when we go on days out, and quite frankly he refused to eat anywhere else. And if you have kids, you know sometimes how difficult it is to feed them, sitting down somewhere having a meal and there's nothing on there that your child wants to eat. You buy a nice meal for everybody and your children don't eat anything at all because they decide that they don't like it that day. So for me, my Happy Meal bag is very, very sentimental, and that is why I wanted it, because it means something to me. These other bags, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 which I'm going to show you, which also have these kind of sentimental, nostalgic type feelings. Now all of these actually remind me of my childhood and fun times. So first one, and this is one of my favourite ever bags, and it is my Moschino My Little Pony bag, and I adore this. These are the old-fashioned ponies as well. I saw this on the runway when it was out, when it dropped on the website. It was a lot of money at the time. When did this come out? This probably came out in around 2018, I think, around about then, and I really wanted it. But at the time it was 1,500-ish, which now doesn't seem a massive amount. I've just seen a mark on it, which now doesn't seem a massive amount for a designer bag, but at the time that was quite a lot of money. I think Gucci Marmonts were about £800. So considering that was sort of twice the price of a Gucci Marmont at the time, that was quite a bit of money. And I messaged my mum and I was like, can I have this for my birthday? I really want it. And she pretty much laughed at me. So I set up loads of alerts all over pre-love bag sites waiting for it, and the second this dropped I literally bought this in a heartbeat, and it cost me about £500. And I haven't worn it, surprise surprise. It's never left the house. It's still got the tag on it, and I don't think I will ever take it out of the house, because if something happened to this I would be so upset. But I love looking at it. This just brings joy to my heart. I had a great pony collection. I had a stable, and I love My Little Ponies. So that's the first one. So these all have very similar vibes. So the next one, can you guess what it's from? Wizard of Oz! One of my favourite films when I was little. I also like Mary Poppins, but I've not seen a Mary Poppins bag. Really? Actually, no, I tell a lie. I've got a mini one. A little tinsy mini carpet bag, which I got from Primark. But Wizard of Oz, this is also a Moschino bag. And I saw this and my heart raced. And I was like, ruby slipper. Gotta have it. So that's why I bought that one. Third one, again, another Moschino bag. The fourth one's not Moschino, but this one is. And Frosties cereal clutch. You're like, Michelle, you have lost your mind. I used to eat cereals, Frosties, all the time at my grandma's house when I was little. And this just reminds me of being at my grandma's house in the summer holidays, when I was there for a few days on holiday, and she gave me Frosties. Didn't used to have these at my own house, but I used to have these at my grandma's house, and just reminds me of my grandma. So I love this. Again, I haven't used it. Wouldn't want to use it because I reckon it might be quite easy to scrape the corners on it, but another one I keep up on the shelf and just enjoy looking at. the final one, you will definitely think I've lost my mind with this one. This is a Balenciaga bag, and again I saw this on the runway and I took a picture of it from the runway, I think, and put it on Instagram being like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I have to have that. And I did. Admittedly, I waited till it went in the sale, but oh, you'll be like, oh my god, Michelle, that is horrific. But can you guess what it reminds me of? This, again, another childhood memory, vintage Tesco carrier bag. Again, I haven't used this. It's white. It's made of the weirdest material ever. It is leather, but it is so thin. Ridiculously thin, but it has to be thin, I guess, for it to be carrier baggy. Now, if you're in the UK and you're of a certain age, you will know this is a Tesco carrier. And we always used to go to Tesco when I was little. Occasionally we went to Waitrose, but before there was a Waitrose, we used to go to Tesco. And Tesco has always been a part of my life, ever. And I was like, it's a Tesco carrier bag. To be honest, it would have cost a lot less to buy a Tesco carrier bag, a vintage one, probably from eBay. I assume they haven't looked, but I'm guessing that would probably have been a better option. If they make a Woolworths one, again, be all over it. If they make a pick and mix bag, Woolworths, I will be on that. But what do you think? What do you think? Heart bags. I love heart bags. Again, I think this sort of feeds into my childlike, whimsical nature. I have 3, 4, 5, 6 heart bags. I would love the Chanel heart bag, but that's a bit of a dream, a bit of a wish list that will... Anyway, it's out in the universe. So if it comes, it comes. And anyway, it's out in the universe. So heart bags, I love heart bags. I've got 3, which I will show you on the screen, in the shape of heart bags. These, surprise, surprise, are Moschino bags, because I love Moschino, and especially Jeremy Scott Moschino. I think, again, that kind of feeds into my sort of playful, whimsical, childlike sort of nature. I do have, I'm calling this a heart bag because it does have hearts on it. This is a Moo bag, which I bought slightly on impulse, probably about 4 years ago, I want to say, from Bicester Village. And at the time I wasn't 100% sure how much use I would get out of it, but I've used it quite a lot actually. So considering it was an impulse buy, and some of those don't always work out for the best, that one definitely did. This one here, another Moschino heart bag, I will show you. I've never taken this out the house either, but I just love looking at it. It's supposed to be a inflatable, and it's obviously not an inflatable. I say obviously, you can't really tell. It's made really well that it actually looks like an inflatable, but it's not. It's patent leather and it's padded. So yeah, I love this. Now the fourth, whatever one I'm going to show you. Again, this relates somewhat to my childhood. So it's kind of both of those things together. And this is a Christian Lacroix heart bag. Now why I like this one, not only is it a heart bag, which I'm definitely a romantic at heart. So that's another thing that you probably didn't know about me. But Lacroix, sweetie darling, does that mean anything to you? I used to watch Ab Fab with my mum when I was little, and she used to say I was a bit like Safi, which is quite ironic, to be fair. And yeah, I had 2 friends at college, and they were definitely huge Ab Fab fans. And I think as I've gotten older and I've got my son, I feel like I'm turning more and more into Eddie every single day. Anyway, I don't drink, mind you, I don't smoke, I definitely don't have that lifestyle, but when it comes to fashion and my son, I'm like, come on, sweetie darling, what are you wearing? So yeah, I do feel like I am turning into a bit of an Eddie every single day, and it'll only get worse as he gets older. Oh, I've just spotted another bag I didn't show you on my first one. Sorry guys, I've got bags. As I said at the beginning, a mountain of bags. So this one goes back to the one that I said before, right at the beginning, things that remind me of my childhood. And again, it's another Moschino bag. And this is Sesame Street. And yeah, who doesn't love Oscar the Grouch? Again, I saw this. I used to watch this with my grandma as well when I was little, and I used to go round to her house in the school holidays. So good memory. If I've not already said and you haven't yet subscribed, please do. I'm a new content creator and I'm really trying to get to my first 1,000 subscribers. That is such an important milestone for new channels, so please do me a big favour and hit the subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me. Sorry guys, I've just found another one which I should have showed you with the first bags. I've already forgotten about my Sesame Street one, which I did just show you. And this is another one which reminds me of my childhood. Barbie, again it's Moschino. It is a, oh, it's upside down. This is the Barbie clutch from the Barbie collection. You can use this as a clutch. The leather on here is insanely thick. Or you can have it as a shoulder bag, crossbody bag. I've used this quite a lot actually. And again, I got this pre-loved, as I do with most of my handbags, and this is an absolutely gorgeous little clutch bag. So I used to love Barbie. I used to collect Barbies. I had Barbies, ponies. I also used to collect Sylvanian families, so if a Sylvanian family bag comes out, also be on it. Let me know if you're the same with things that remind you of your childhood. Are you like me? Do you like nostalgic things? Honestly, if my mum gave me a crisp packet, an empty crisp packet, and said this was an old crisp packet that used to be your grandma's, I would, honestly, it would be one of the best presents and I would cherish it forever and ever and ever. I do actually have, when my son went to nursery when he was 9 months old, this is probably a secret as well actually, something that you wouldn't know about me. When my son was 9 months old and he went to nursery for the first time, I think it was probably his first or second week, and he did his first piece of artwork with the paints. He had done sort of colouring and bits like that at home, I think a little bit-ish, but he hadn't really. This was his first time with the paints, and I had that picture copied onto canvas and it's in my living room, and it's been there ever since he was 9 months old, and I will keep that and cherish it forever. I was so worried about losing the original piece that I was like, I've got to have it put on a bit of canvas so I can keep it and just love it forever and ever. My house, as you can probably see behind me, I've got photos. My house is full to the brim of photos of family, of pets. And yeah, I'm so sentimental and so nostalgic, and I think not everybody is the same, but yeah, I definitely have a thing for remembering the good times, especially on days when it's not so good. It's nice just to look at something that just reminds you of a really happy time in your life. This next one is, again, maybe I am more practical than I think, but this is more thrifty-esque, wanting to save money, and I definitely like to save money. Probably doesn't look at it by the types of weird bags that I've bought. You probably think, Michelle, you just waste your money on a load of junk, but they make me happy. So this is ages ago, and you'll probably remember this. Not sure if you did this yourself or whether, who knows, let me know in the comments. But I was eyeing up the Dior saddlebags before they got reissued, and I was eyeing them up and being like, should I buy one, should I not? I didn't buy one. They got reissued, and what was a couple of £100 was suddenly a couple of £1,000, and I was like, Michelle, you should have bought one when you wanted one. I didn't. So I have learnt, and I've tried to jump on bags now before they've got a reissue. So my Chloe Paddington, I got this, when did I get this? It was some point during during the pandemic, probably about 4 or 5 years ago. At least I did. Fendi Spy bag. I was like, yes please, I'll have one of those for a couple of £100 before they get a reissue. Hohenza Schüler, PS1. Always think of a PlayStation. But anyway, PS1, Hohenza Schüler. Yes, I'll have that please before it gets a reissue. Cherry Collection. I'll have that please before it gets a reissue. Thanks very much. Fendi Mama bag. Get it before it gets a reissue. Get in, I'll have that. And Marc Jacobs Stan bag. Get one of those, please. Thanks very much before it gets a reissue. I think I paid about 100 quid for this. Maybe not even that actually. But yeah, jump on them. Jump on them. Any bags that you like that you think may get a reissue. I've got a feeling I've got more bags which I've jumped on just in the off chance it gets a reissue, because the thing is I bought this and it's really not particularly my style. But the thing is that when things do get re-released and they get popular and you see them over and over and over and over and over and over again on social media, what initially wasn't something that you particularly liked, wasn't your style, lo and behold, a few months down the line you have to have it. So hopefully I'm learning from the Dior saddlebag and collecting up some of the classics. And the last category that I'm going to talk to you about is sense of humour. I have a really ironic sense of humour. When I make these videos, I am quite sarcastic as well. I kind of worry slightly how I come across, and maybe I'm not quite as humorous as I like to think I am in real life, because I get a bit worried about things not coming across particularly well, or you guys thinking something that anyway, you know what I mean. So I have quite an ironic sense of humour, definitely. I like things that just, I'm sarcastic and I just love ironic things, and I have a very ironic sense of humour. So I've got 3 bags here to show you. I am toying with doing my Moschino handbag collection at some point. I get very weird about moving them and getting them out because I'm so worried about them getting hurt. Some of them are really quite delicate, but that is something I may do at some point in time. If that's something you'd like to see though, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I will definitely have a think about it. So these last 3 bags again are Moschino bags, and they are quite ironic. I guess you could probably say that actually about the Balenciaga bag that I showed you, the cereal box bag. These are similar-ish, but they don't remind me of my childhood. So the first one, and again this is one of my favourite bags as well, and again probably a sentimental also. I like painting the house, a bit of DIY. I haven't done any painting for a while because I literally repainted the whole house top to bottom when I had my loft conversion done, and it took me about a year. And this bag actually came out around about that time, I think, and I was like, it's a mini old paint can, gotta have that. And I have taken this out a couple of times and it definitely gets some looks, but I just love this bag. Again, this is one of my favourite bags. If I had to do a list of my favourite bags, this one definitely, along with the My Little Pony one, would definitely be on there. Awesome bag. I think so anyway. You might not, you might be like, Michelle. Next, I've got another one more to show you. So we're almost there. And another Moschino bag. Hot dog. Now, I probably should have included this on my mini bag video that I did a little while ago, but it sits on the shelf and I see it almost every day. I think I probably do see it every day, and it just didn't occur to me actually just how mini it is, but it's literally, it's a pencil case is bigger. You can't get maybe a lipstick in there, and that is literally it. So it is definitely a mini bag, but I like this. I've never taken it out the house. As you can tell, it's got the tags on it, but these Moschino bags, I'd never ever buy these, well, a few of them actually, to be fair, with the intention of taking out. This one, even if it got a mark on it, to be honest, it probably just add to it, which is why I've taken this one out. But this one, I wouldn't want to take this one out, but just in case. But I love this one. I do also have the burger one actually. I might show you that on another time. That was from the same diner collection. But I love that one. And the last one, again, a little bit ironic, a little bit weird. You'd be like, oh my God, Michelle, pizza box, pizza box. I like this one. Again, this is probably a little bit sentimental. My son loves pizzas. He's probably a little bit addicted to Domino. This isn't Domino's, but he was very disappointed actually when I got the Happy Meal bag that it didn't come with a toy or any food. But I was like, I'd be upset if it did come with food, imagine. But this sort of opens like that. You can't get a massive amount in there obviously because it's just that wide. But again, this hasn't left the house. I didn't buy it with the intention of it leaving the house, even though probably, I don't know, probably wouldn't necessarily hurt. But pizza, anyone? And that is it, my lovelies. So please do have a little look at the content creators that I mentioned right at the beginning. It's some bags, nothing but bags. They are great content creators. Do follow them. I will tag a few other people. Now, I'm filming this video just over a week before I intend on uploading it to YouTube, so it may be that the people that I'm going to tag have already done a video by then, probably been tagged by a load of other people. But the people I'm going to tag is Debs from Wild Unfiltered, Romina from Romina Rose May, I'm sure you know these guys anyway, Nick from Living Life Loud with NJS, and Amelia from Amelia Rose's Closet, and also Jessie from Jessie Star. The reason I've chosen these is because I am really curious about what secrets they have. I want to know a little bit more about their life. They do share some bits with us, but I'd like to know a bit more. So I will tag you guys below, and that's it. Until next one, thanks for watching guys, bye.
And I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And I